Howdy do, YouTube. It's time for the Smackdown review. We started off the show with Del Rio introducing Sheamus, but it's actually Ricardo Rodriguez dressed up as Sheamus. Pretty funny, looked pretty silly dressed up as Sheamus. He goes through all the mannerisms and all the taunts and goes for a bro kick and falls on his ass. Then the real Sheamus comes out and beats the crap out of all of them. Then they brawl up onto the stage and the referee has to pull them apart. Pretty good brawl. Funny seeing Ricardo Rodriguez dressed up as Sheamus. Not one of the best parodies I've ever seen. It really ranks below all the other ones like Will Sasso dressing up as Stone Cold or DX as the Nation. I mean, come on, there's no contest there. Teddy Long comes out and announces two matches. We got Del Rio and Khali, and then we've got Sheamus and Kane for tonight. First match is Del Rio and Khali, and this was just a really, really boring ass match. Khali gets distracted, and Del Rio snags him with the cross arm breaker. How the hell is a 7'4" wrestler gonna lose to Del Rio in under 5 minutes? That's not even believable. I mean, Khali's like a big jobber. I mean, jobbers are usually small guys. I mean, it's like a ridiculous match. I don't understand Khali's presence in the WWE. They don't even put him in any pay-per-views. I mean, just release him. He's a waste of time. He's not a real draw. Only really the children in the audience react to his enormous stature. That's all. That's the only thing that's interesting about him. Backstage, Teddy Long tells Brodus Clay that Brodus has to stay on SmackDown because he's protecting him from the Big Show. I don't understand this. Why is Santino or anybody else? Why is it just Brodus Clay being protected? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, this whole brand thing, I mean, the brand extension that's been going on since 2002, I mean, it's been broken for many years. Guys have been switching shows back and forth. It's never been consistent. It stayed consistent on and off, but now it's just totally off because the talent pool is so thin. It doesn't make sense to have a brand extension anymore. And they break the rules of it anyway. So up next, Brodus Clay, he beats Derek Bateman in a little short match. They tried to make him a little bit more aggressive, throwing him into the timekeeper's area, but it was really just the same Brodus Clay match. He hit the same moves. He just added a little something extra, throwing him on the outside. Derek Bateman, they're building him up on NXT, but it doesn't make any sense because they're having him job out when they bring him up to the main show anyway. So I really don't see a point in all that. Why is he in the WWE? Why are they even building him up on the B show if they're just going to have him job out on the main show? Cut your losses and get rid of him. Little segment airs of they've been doing Raw's 1000 episode, the greatest moments, and individual wrestlers have been given their favorite moments. Booker T gave his favorite Raw moment, and it's his match against Buff Bagwell. Of all the things that he can remember from Raw, not winning the Intercontinental title or any other of the big matches that he had, this is the one that he remembers the most. He doesn't remember anything from the Alliance angle or any of his moments with The Rock or with Shane McMahon. All he remembers is Buff Bagwell. That matchup was a dud, and it was the reason why Buff Bagwell isn't in the WWE today. He was in it for one night, and the next day they fired him because of this match. So why are they going back and retreading this? I thought that they would forget about this match and this night altogether because it was a disaster. Next up, Sin Cara beats Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre had a great matchup with Christian 2 weeks ago on Superstars, but when they bring him up to the main show, he's pretty much a jobber. This was a pretty decent match. Drew McIntyre hit a pretty nice big boot to Sin Cara, good selling in it, but very very short, 3 minute match. You know, it was like a waste. There's a lot of nice little counters in here. I like the fact that Sin Cara has a lot of different finishers, so you never know quite when the match is going to end. It adds to the unpredictability of his matches. So I liked the match for what it was, but the match could have been more. Next up, we got Ryback beating two jobbers. This is the same old shit. Ryberg, the Goldberg copycat, the same thing. Vince McMahon's got big plans for Ryback. I read it on lordsofpain.net. It's all over the internet. Vince McMahon's firmly behind Ryback. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to have to put up with all these squashes, even though it's the same shit every week. Much like this whole card has been so far. I mean, this is what you see every single week. Next up, we've got one of the best segments I've seen on WWE television in a while. Christian is about to have his peep show, which is ridiculous because the peep show wasn't even like a really big show. They gave up on it back in 2004 or 5. Anyway, Cody Rhodes comes out, destroys the set, and says that he's not going to come out here and be asked questions. Christian comes out, and what a great exchange. Christian's not bad on the mic, but Cody Rhodes is just amazing on the mic, and they need to give him more mic time because he is one of the best WWE has got. I mean, the promo was great, how he says that, he doesn't think Christian's going to be a legend. Christian finally explains that the reason why he's not a heel anymore is because he didn't want to be known as the whiny crybaby, that his injury woke him up out of that whiny crybaby emo stage that they were doing last year, embarrassing him, where he was begging for one more match. This was a great segment. Ziggler comes out and says that spotlight's going to be on him because he's going to beat Christian tonight. This is just a great segment, one of the best I've seen in a while. Like, this is like when I say in my reviews, like, good acting and just good promo work. This is like captivating stuff. I liked it a lot. So Christian comes out. Ziggler comes out and they have their match. And, there's some good stuff here. But again, very, very short. This is worthy of a pay-per-view. Because if they give these guys, like, a good whole 10 minutes. This is another match where they cut it by going to commercial break and they come back and there's 5 minutes. They tried to do the best they could. This is like, I don't even know if I would give it like 2 stars. Maybe like 1 3/4. A lot of nice little action here, some good moves, but so short, and Ziggler loses again. I mean, how the hell are they going to build Ziggler up when he keeps losing like this? He's got to get some victories, or he's never going to make it to the main event or even to the upper mid card, because he's just really in the mid card right now. Up next, they replay the horrible porno of Michael Cole and John Cena from Raw. He pours barbecue sauce on him. I mean, what the fuck was that? I mean, I can almost imagine JR jerking off to the segment. Or this is Vince McMahon's perverted fantasy. Something like that. I mean, I didn't understand it. And then Hornswoggle comes out and he's dressed up as JR. I mean, there's 2 dress-up segments in one show. What kind of fucking booking is that? Hey guys, oh god, PG Wrestling. I'm really not in the mood for this. I'm talking about a segment that is just completely absurd. 2 dress-up segments in one night. That makes as much sense as you dressed up as a Christmas tree. I mean, oh Brad, me dressed up as a Christmas tree. I'll tell you why I'm doing it. Because the kiddies love it, much like they love Brodus Clay. Oh, really? That's very interesting. But I really don't see the point of it. Well, look, wait a minute. Before you go on, look what I could do. Look what I could do. Oh, that's very interesting. You're flashing on and off. That's great. I mean, I'm so happy that that you could do that. But this is a worthless segment. Nobody could even understand what Hornswoggle is trying to say. It didn't make any sense. Nobody was laughing. There was no crowd reaction. And Damian Sandow comes out and says this is like destroying our intelligence and same old shtick. that he's been doing for weeks and everything, but Hornswoggle mocks him and he does this PG fucking bullshit. And then he goes to attack Hornswoggle and Tyson Kidd comes out, challenges him to a match. He doesn't even get on the mic. And then Sandow attacks him from behind when he's not paying attention. And, you know, they just tried to fit so many fucking things into this one segment because they don't know how to book. It didn't make any sense at all. And I really don't understand. This was a fucking horrible segment. And I really don't understand it. Man, you're soft, aren't you? Well, anyway. That was just a horrible fucking segment. A total PG disaster. Up next, we've got Sheamus and Kane. You know, this match wasn't horrible, but, you know, it was pretty slow. Very uninteresting. You know, I really didn't see the point of the match, like what kind of booking. They were better off getting CM Punk and Daniel Bryan involved in this match. Like, have a 6-man tag. Do something. It might have been interesting to see, you know, all three of them tag teaming together. But they didn't want to do anything like that. So they just booked this random match between two big guys. You know, it goes to showing that it ends in interference, a disqualification, so Sheamus wins. And, you know, and that's about it. You know, it ends with Kane hitting the choke slam on Sheamus. Or he goes for a choke slam on Sheamus, but he gets distracted by AJ, and Sheamus hits him with the bro kick. So they're going for an angle. There's like, now AJ is not attracted to CM Punk. I guess she's attracted to Kane. I mean, I don't understand that. That's just weird. A little bit disgusting. And, you know, really not even that interesting. I mean, it was interesting when she was going after CM Punk to get back at Bryan, but now they're forgetting about that and switching it to Kane, of all people. I mean, why? It doesn't really even make any sense why she'd be attracted to somebody like that. Overall, you know, the best thing on this show, really, like the highest thing that you could rate, is really the Cody and Christian segment. Even though it was short, I thought it was brilliant. Their little match with Christian and Ziggler wasn't bad, but it could have been a lot better. So this was a PG mess. You're damn right it was. That's the problem. Anyway, I'll see you for the Raw review.